2nd of last year, me and my best friends were like, okay, let's go to Disneyland tonight. So before we went to Disneyland, I was the one who was driving, and they kept on insisting, let's go eat, let's go eat. And I was like, okay, let's go eat. So we go, and we decided to go eat poke. So we ordered our food, we put it on the table, and I went to the restroom, and they all sat down. It was my friends Sam, Tiana, and Renee. So they were all sitting down, and then I was in the bathroom. I came out, and as I'm walking back, they were all looking up at me with like these really suspicious faces. They were all smiling, and I was like, what did you guys put in my food? Like, they know I hate anything hot, so I was like, you guys put something hot in my food, like, or one of them ate some of my food. But then I was like, whatever, I was starving. So then I ate my food. It tasted fine, so I was like, okay, you guys are just being weird. So then we left, and we were on the freeway, and as I'm driving on the freeway, I was like, I just felt like really, really nauseous, and I was like, okay, in my head, I was like, okay, Serena, we're not gonna throw up on the freeway, like, that's not gonna happen right now. So I was driving, and I was like, I'll just wait till I get in the parking structure at Disneyland. So we pull up to the parking structure, and we get up to the parking spot, and then I look over at my friend Tiana, and I was like, Tiana, I feel like shit. And she's like, why? Like, what do you mean? Like, seeming genuinely concerned why I felt this way. And she's like, are you okay to go into Disneyland? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm fine. Yeah, let's just go. So then we were walking down to the tram, and then we get to the tram, and before we go on, I was like, okay, I feel super weird. Like, I felt like my vision was getting blurry. I just felt super weird inside, like if I was almost like high and nauseous at the same time. And so I was like, she looks at me and smiles, and I was like, what, like, what's going on? And she told me, she's like, well, we put something in your food. And I was like, and go back 3 months before that, I remember having a talk with my best friends about like, oh, like, it would be cool to do shrooms eventually. But it didn't mean I wanted to do it 3 months later. It could have been in 10 years, not then and there. And so then we got on the tram, and I felt like a piece of paper. Like, I literally like felt super weird, like I was floating. And then we get off the tram, and me and my friends probably looked super weird. We were like walking like soldiers, like in a straight line. And like, I felt like everyone around Disneyland was staring at us. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be positive, like positive thoughts. So we're walking around, I decide to go to the restroom. And then I walk into the bathroom, I'm waiting in line, so time is passing, and then as I'm going to the stall, I just see like the floor like moving with the music that was outside on Main Street, and I was like, okay, like, this is interesting. So then I went to the restroom, or into the stall, and then there was someone had left their toilet seat cover in the toilet, so like I decided to flush it. And when I flushed the toilet, I just saw like all these black dots like crawl out of the toilet and then like onto the walls, like onto my legs, and I was like, what? Like, what just happened? Like, I was so amazed and confused at the same time. So there I am, like, flushing the toilet like 5 or 6 times in a row, and like people who are waiting in line are probably like, wow, she's really taking some time in there. So I was just like amazed. I kept doing it over and over again, and like this was like the craziest thing I had ever experienced. And then I went outside, and to my friends like, why'd you take so long? I was like, I'll tell you guys later. And so from there, we walked around Disneyland, like it was a great time. Fast forward to the end of the night, we're driving back. I was perfectly normal by then, but I had turned to my friend, and I was like, okay, so like how the hell did this happen? And my friend was like, well, when you went to the bathroom, we decided to put in your food. Like, we were really hoping that you would go to the bathroom. And I was like how did they plan this? I didn't know how this happened. I was just like, okay, it happened. It was a cool experience. And that was probably one of the weirdest days of my life.